education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my asexual life journey in order to help you and yours. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now, post a new video. So I just wanted to let you know a very, very special announcement that I have, in fact, resigned from my day job. I am giving my month's notice to them. I have not got another employed job to go to, but the job has really, really been affecting my health, my physical health, my mental health, and it's not been an easy decision to make, but I've had to do it. So I just wanted to let you know. So what does this mean now? Well, there's some stuff that's going on with this that I cannot talk about publicly. So it's not quite what it seems totally, but you know, the main thing is that I get away from the job that's been causing me a lot of ill health, and I look forward to a new chapter in my life. It's going to be a kind of a scary but courageous new chapter in my life. I do not have another employed job to go to. So yeah, I kind of need to go all in on my self-employment writing journey and continue with this channel, continue helping asexuals, and also to build up to other niches. So my Make Money Make Cash channel, I want to grow that, particularly later on this year, and I'll be going to be starting a new podcast for entrepreneurs with that. I'm probably going to be doing blogging with that as well, and then my erogenicity, which I know is kind of a bit contradictory with asexuality, but I can write books for sexuals as well. I have a lot of experience and knowledge, and the more I help sexuals, the more I can raise awareness of asexuality by talking about asexuality in books for sexuals. I know it might seem like a contradiction in terms, but at the end of the day, I need to get through to the sexuals in this world, particularly when it comes to asexuality and what asexuality is, so that asexuals can live in harmony with sexuals and not live in fear of ridicule all the time, you know. And so it's going to be interesting for me. This month, this coming week, I should have a week where I'm able to actually focus on the Asexual Guide to Sex book. I've got stuff to do with work, legal stuff that I have to sort out. I can't say too much about that, but yeah, so I have that ongoing at the moment, yeah, and then 10th of October is my official leaving date. But you know, I am glad I sent off this letter of resignation. I emailed it tonight, so my work will sit on Monday, and it's the right thing to do. It hasn't been easy, you know, but I've been so poorly, and my physio and my doctor have strongly advised me that I need to leave, so I have to do it. And I know I need to go, right? I know I need to leave that because it's not where my heart is anymore. Sometimes we do things in life, and you know, sometimes we do things in life, and you know, you know, we hope for the best, and sometimes it's actually we go backwards in life, you know, and we have to sometimes go backwards in order to learn from the experience and move forwards in our life, you know. And so yeah, so basically I went into the job thinking that everything was going to be great, and unfortunately it's not been like that, you know. And I have worked for this company in the past before, so it's been quite shocking for me, really. It hasn't turned out the way I wished it had. I'm not going to give too much away, but you know, I just really I'm glad I've made this decision for myself. I'm glad I've stuck up for myself. I'm glad I'm walking away, and I'm glad I'm putting my health first. And it means, you know, long term, it means that I'm going to be more focused on helping asexuals, more focused on my self-employment, more focused on writing books that change lives. And I'm going to excel, because what alternative there is there? When sometimes you just need to strip things back out of your life and get rid of everything that's not serving you and not helpful anymore, so that you can move forward with your life to a better future and a better existence, and can actually thrive and, you know, triumph and fulfill your dreams. You know, I'm trying to just kind of like strip everything else away that I'm not interested in doing and really focus, because writing books that change lives, especially for asexuals, is a really big deal to me. That's what I want to be remembered for when I die, is that I wrote books that changed lives. You know, because I get people writing to me like messages saying, oh, your asexual perspectives, but, you know, I felt I'm not broken after I read that. I felt I'm no longer suicidal. My fibromyalgia book, you know, one of my friends who doesn't even have fibromyalgia, they got on a plane after 25 years of not going on one after they read that fibromyalgia self-help handbook. And, you know, that's just incredible. I haven't even been on a plane. I'm scared of flying. So my books literally changed lives. I know the Asexual Perspectives one means a lot to a lot of people. And, you know, and it's changed a lot of lives. So the Asexual Guide to Sex, I really need to get out. I have got ongoing work issues with this particular company. So it's not been easy, and it's still not going to be easy for a while. I can't say too much for legal reasons, but, you know, I hope you understand. And yeah, it's just been really, really stressful, but I still love Asexuals. I love being here for you. You make me smile. I love this channel. And for once, I'm really grateful and thankful that I'm sticking up for myself and my life. I'm walking away with my head held high. I'm resigning. I'm leaving with no other employed job to go to, which is very, very scary for me, especially financially, because I have to live on my own, support myself. So it's not easy doing what I'm doing, but it's for the best. And I'm really, really glad that I'm leaving. You know, behind the scenes, I've been really, really poorly. I haven't always shown it on this channel because I don't want to like upset you. And when I come on this channel, I feel so much happier. It's like a complete switch that someone's switched over. And, you know, and I just feel like myself, and I feel like I belong, and I feel like it's my like lounge, my comfy lounge. Get a bit tearful now. And that, you know, you're my asexual family that I've been missing all my life, if you know what I mean. And, you know, like I really want to embrace my writer in me. I want to do more books because I keep going off on tangents doing other stuff, but it's not really what makes me happy. Writing books, what changes lives, is what makes me happy. I'm getting really tearful now, you know. Really, you know, I'm getting tearful. I'm saying it's making me happy, yet I'm crying. That's because, you know, leaving a day job with no job to go to is kind of like quite emotional for me, to be honest. But I had to do it because it's making me poorly, and I really need to stop listening to other people and stop trying to go after other people's dreams and honestly follow my own, because I think my life will just be a whole lot better then and happier. Now, I've done the Mind Self Journal. I've created that, and that is fantastic, and it's really helped my mental health considerably. And you know, thanks for the thumbs up. And you know, that's a book, isn't it? It's a journal. And since I've started journaling again, I feel a lot better, which is to do with writing. You know, like if I don't write, I die in my soul, you know. And so throughout this difficult time, it's been very hard because I haven't been able to write as much as I'd like to. But I really want to start focusing on stuff that I want to do, regardless of what everyone else says, thinks, or does. I'm kind of getting sick of going off on tangents because you know, someone else says, oh, this is really good, do this online, do this to make money online, do this job, you should do this, Sandra. And it's like, I just want to get rid of all that clutter in my life, in my head, in my life. I just want to hone down on helping asexuals like I do, carry on with that, finishing my current asexual book, writing more asexual books. I want to be doing, like I said, my 2 other niches. I want to 3 niches in the end. Erogenous is kind of really difficult for me because it is kind of opposite to asexuality in some ways, and so I find that really difficult. But I know books I can write for sexuals, and I know in those books I will be writing about asexuality and get it to a global audience, which is what I need. Hey Sandra, you're beautiful and a beautiful person inside too. Thank you, Liam. I really appreciate it. Lots of love to you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And so You know, that's what I want to do. I want to just kind of get rid of a lot of the other stuff that I've been trying over the years. Not get rid of it, you know, just kind of park it and you know, just park it and just peel it back and just think, yeah, I mean, I've done lots of stuff. I've done courses, t-shirts, books, membership sites. I've succeeded at some. I probably actually succeeded at all of them on some level, actually, to be perfectly honest with you. But you know, I really just want to write books that change lives the most. That's the most important thing. If I died tomorrow, I would want as many books out as I can to help people, because I've got so much knowledge of so many things. I've been learning personal and professional development since 2012, and I've learned so much, and in a way, even though I've done a lot of gone off on a lot of tangents, the things I've learned when I've gone off on tangents I can use for books. But it's almost like all the tangents I went off to weren't to actually lead where the tangent actually leads to in the end. It's like the process of what I can put in my books. But one of the most important things to me is mindset. I mean, mindset, self-belief, you know, and I really need to kind of rip everything else away and start really honing down on what I want and going for my goals, ambitions, and dreams, because trying to follow other people's and doing what other people want me to do, you know, that's kind of me back to my day job, really. Out of curiosity, I wanted to go myself, you know, because it's a company I've worked for before and I thought it'd work out well. But I was mistaken in that. But I was also kind of like encouraged to go back into that line of work. When really, you know, sometimes when you've left a company, you just need to leave it for good, you know, and never go back. Sometimes going back is not the right thing. I wasn't even notified about your stream. You're an amazing writer, Sandra. Oh, lots of love, Liam. Oh, bless you. I came on really quickly on here. I wanted to just go for it, you know, because the video was about the fact I've resigned from my day job, which is really difficult for me and scary, but I've had to for my health because it's been making me really poorly. I've been off with work-related stress for a long time, and obviously then I broke my ankle. So you know, I have no other job to go to. Officially leave on the 10th of October 2021, but I'm going to be looking at this as a new chapter in my life and what I really want to do, and start kind of peeling off the layers of stuff that I don't want to do, you know, because in life we are just, you know, constantly bombarded about with people telling you this is what you need to do, this is the job you need to get, this is the online venture you need to do, this is what other people do, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you know, like what you doing and all this. And at the end of the day, it's just noise and clutter and distraction and takes you away from your heart's desire. And you know, you can't really live without your heart's desire. Like when I've not been writing, my soul feels like it's dying. It literally feels like it's dying. It feels like it's crumbling inside, and it feels like I'm brushing myself with a wire brush or something against myself. That's a way I can describe it, you know. And so, you know, and I realize that the more I keep following other people's dreams and what other people tell me is a good thing to do, it's just not making me happy. It's just waste my life in some ways. I don't think anything's a waste of life because I died not to do anything. You go, girl. I'm so proud of you. Oh, lots of love. Thank you. And so, yeah, so I want to continue with this niche and then do my two others. And I'm going to have to work out a plan of how I'm going to fit the other two in with this one. Because obviously, you know, asexuals, asexuality and asexuals are just my passion and my real life mission to get asexuality recognised as a sexual orientation globally, you know. But in order to do that, I probably will have to do my other two niches. One, obviously, the entrepreneur market, because obviously I'll be well known as an asexual person in the entrepreneur space more and more. The more I get bigger in the entrepreneur space, the more they'll be like, well, what other stuff do you do? And then I'll be like, well, I write books. That's my main thing. And I'm an author and particularly specialize in asexuality. And you know what I mean? It will all work out. And then obviously erogenicity, like I said earlier, is a very big thing for me. It's kind of really hard to do that because I'm a sex repulsed asexual. And I kind of feel like I'm going against asexuality in some ways, but I'm not totally, well, I'm not really at all. I kind of, because I just feel a bit uncomfortable doing it in some ways, but it's a brilliant brand name, and it's a brilliant kind of like, I know I can write books for sexuals, like I was saying earlier, but in the books for sexuals, I'll be putting about asexuality, I'll be writing about it in a way that will benefit them and us. So basically, I'll be saying stuff like, there are these people who call themselves asexuals. I'm one of them, and we don't experience sexual attraction, and a lot of us don't want sex. So please, when you're dating and looking for a relationship, if you love lots of sex, always ask, what sexual orientation someone is. Don't just assume that everyone's heterosexual and wants sex. This is very important. That way you don't waste your time and their time, and that's the type of thing I want to put in those books. It's not going to be the main part of the book, obviously. The main part of the book is going to be focused on sexual relationships because that's what they like, But the only way I'm going to get through to a global audience where sexuals are concerned is talking their language. So putting asexuality smack bang in the middle of a book about something they like, which is the sexual relationships, And it's a bit scary and nerve-wracking me doing that, because it's kind of like I'm writing books for sexuals, but I have those skills and knowledge because it's stupid, but sexuals don't have a clue when it comes to sex a lot of the time. Like asexuals probably think, oh God, people who are sexual know how to do sex all the time. It comes easy to them. They know what they're talking about, and everyone's like highly skilled in it. It doesn't work like that. A lot of them are absolutely rubbish at it. They just don't know what they're doing. It's quick in and out. Honestly, it's just rubbish. And so, it's not good for their relationship. You will make asexuality recognise. Thank you, Liam. Thank you. So, I think this time at the moment, I've been doing a lot of self-reflection. And I know that some people are not going to be happy that I'm not doing what they want me to do. And, I'm going to be doing 3 niches. And the general thing is you shouldn't do 3 niches because you shouldn't focus on too much at once. But at the end of the day, obviously asexuality is my main niche that I've already been building for like 6 years now, that I'm going to carry on building. I mean, I would love asexuality stuff I do to take off even more, for more people to know the work I do. I mean, there's 6 years of content on here next month. It'll be 6 years, there's a lot for people to go through. They don't even realise this channel exists, some of them, and it's a shame, really, because it can help them a lot, So I think it's really important that I do start the other 2 niches. I was going to do the entrepreneur one, but the erogenicity one kind of needs to come a bit before that because of the asexual guide to sex, because obviously some of those people might be interested in that. So I created a Facebook page, which was really nerve-wracking for me the other day, but I'd probably get used to it because obviously I do talk about sex quite a lot on this channel, and kind of like, it's just that I'd much rather help asexuals in terms of YouTube. In terms of writing books for sexuals, I don't really have a problem with that. I can do that because it's a book, and it's kind of like much easier for me to do that in a book. And it's kind of like, but to actually do another YouTube channel for sexuals, it's kind of a lot harder. I find that more difficult. I find I'm most comfortable on YouTube with my asexual family here, But in life, sometimes we have to do things that are uncomfortable to get where we want, but we need to choose what we do that's uncomfortable. There's a difference between being uncomfortable and unhealthy, because obviously the people at at my company that I've resigned from, basically it's been very difficult, and I've had a lot of poorly ill health, and I can't stay there anymore. So it's a very been a very tough decision for me to make, but I've had to go. And so I just, like I said, need to, look at this as a new chapter in my life. But there's still some loose end stuff that I'm going to have to tie up for quite a while with my old work. So, which I haven't actually, I've resigned, but I'm still got notice. So, but I'm off sick anyway, signed off sick by the doctor. So I don't work my notice as such. But, like, I think in life sometimes difficult things happen, upsetting things happen, stressful things happen, but there is some good in it. In the end, everything will come good. It's going to be difficult for me financially. It's going to be a lot harder for me. But I have to do it. And I do believe that your current circumstances do not dictate your future. It's very important that you stick to that motto. It's something that I have always thought about, and I always live by, is your current circumstances do not dictate your future. And I do want you to know that's absolutely true. Like, I've done so much in my life I never ever thought I'd do in a million years. I have been kind of set back with this work situation, and it's been really scary and upsetting for me. And I've had a lot of ill health, but all I can say is sometimes, like, I think you've got to go backwards in your life sometimes, or you just are put in that position where you go backwards in order to move forwards. You know, there's always some good in every situation, even though it's looking really bleak sometimes, you know? I mean, I've done my mind self journal, I've created that, and that is just an amazing thing for me. It's completely changed my mind around about so much stuff. I'm so much more organized. I'm so much more positive in my mind overall since I've done that. And I'm so much more thinking about writing, you know, because I really need to think more and more and more about being a full-time author. It's something that I've been kind of pushing down a bit, and that's no good. You know, I need to be bringing that up because that's what my legacy is. You know, I honestly believe that I can help so many people. I don't even get writer's block. I've got like about 100 different types of books I could write. You know, I list them all out, the topics I could write. You know, I probably don't necessarily have enough time in my life to do all of them, but you know what I mean? If I can start doing as many as I can, you know, because the thing is, it's like the time I faffed around doing lots of other things about what other people think I should do, I could have actually done more by writing books, you know? And I think there's a lesson to be learned in that, you know? It's just do what matters to you the most and follow your heart, you know? And obviously helping Asexuals is what's always going to be in my heart. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you for now. Thank you so much for listening. I always love you and cherish you. Thank you, Liam, for being here as always. And I'll see you on the next video live stream. And it's going to be the start of my new chapter of my life. It'll be very interesting to see what comes up between now and Christmas, and particularly next year. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Lots of love and take care. Bye-bye. Bye.